Let's go.
This is your radio. Your station. Your online radio. The new online radio that makes you happy.
Pondis Radio. Hotter than that thing. Yeah, alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Poledi tumekuwa na challenge kidogo, but we are back, we are here, kama kawa they call me VDJ Kevo Pondis, aka Ulebo Duftozidu, aka Ulebo Madhako alikuona against your number one fashion king, the big man Bazoom, ndo mzazi, ayuneno gizaji, kama kawa kama dawa. In case you're new here, this is the Pondis podcast where we have nothing but amazing, authentic conversations. This is where you learn, this is where you'll know, this is where you'll know the where, the why, the how, and kama down. The conversation that we usually have here are so amazing. Kama hujasikiza our episode, kimia pale Spotify, Audiomack, Patreon, Afripods, all our episodes are there. Na pale YouTube tuko at Pondis Hub TV. Ingia pale utapata all the episodes. Poleni kidogo sauti yangu na sound husky. Ni again because I was slightly under the weather, ndio nimeanza kupona. I'm on my way to 100% you game, but either way, welcome to the pod. Kama kawa, today we're having a really amazing conversation. I'm sure you've never asked yourself this before, because the conversation that we are about to have today, it's something that it is very important. It has a lot of intensity to it. So the conversation today is as serious as it gets. You guys, in case you're new here, this is how we have the conversation. Sometimes sisi upiga komongarization kidogo. Hey, poleni. Sorry. Feed that. Nimwambia I was under the weather, so sometimes tunapiga komongarization vile inafam. But either way, you guys, this is a good one. The conversation is on. In case you're new up, Nunanza, you guy, when you're ready, producer, I'm ready. Let's do this. Take you guys, I need you people to gonga be serious this year.
Oh my god. Mutapata kijana akoroisamu.
Anasema ni Spotify.
Welcome to Pondis podcast.
Oh my god.
You guys, we are on Spotify and on Audiomack.
My point is, you can't love someone in seconds.
Minta kupiga hug you guy, we sit, we eat, or whatever, we have a good time.
This is on this podcast where we give you nothing but the truth.
Are you looking for a platform to advertise your business or service? As one of the fastest growing podcasts around, we don't just run ads, we spread your gospel. We are looking for brands to grow with us, walk the journey with us, and reach an audience that is actually listening. To advertise your products, business, or services on this platform at an insanely friendly price, call or WhatsApp +254 103 006 263. At Pondis Media, we are committed because you deserve the best. All right, we are back, we are on, we are here. And today, you guys, are you ready for this conversation? Whatever I want us to discuss today is something very important. It came to my mind and nikajiuliza maswali mingi sana. So today, you guys, hata before ni introduce the topic, producer, allow me to do this. I want to talk to our amazing listeners out here. So here's what I want us to do. In case you want to sponsor, in case you want to support, in case you want to partner with us, or you just want to buy me soda, perfecto. What you need to do, you can call, text, or WhatsApp +2541 03 006 263. Narudia kwa lugha ya Kiswahili ni jumlisha 254 103 006 263. Manze, ingia pale kwenye WhatsApp, talk to us, let us know how best we can work together and how best we can make this season or this podcast a success. You guys, kuna mtu ameingia hapa na new kabisa on Pondis podcast. We usually have real authentic conversations, real Kenyan stories. We have real unfiltered conversations here. And today, you guys, I don't know if you are ready for this. Before I get there, the song playing on my band. It's by Firebuzi. Firebuzi is one of our artists all the way from Nakuru County. The song is called Usijali. You can check out the song Ash on YouTube. It's an amazing song. You know, I love the song. Inaitwa Usijali. There's a hook in the chorus. Takuwa sawa, niko na imani, Mungu yuko pande watu. Sikia, usijali, mambo yatakuwa sawa. Yo, in case you don't know, me and Firebuzi had a collabo long time ago. Hiyo siku nilikuwa msanii, you guys. We have I've done one of his songs as a backup lead singer, and I did a song with him, and it was Sweet Lady. Tulikuwa mimi na yeye na PN Silver. Nakupenda my sweet lady. I don't know where the song is. Don't ask me. Yo, just nimekumbuka. Let me remind you. I was an artist. I have 6 songs. Ni 6, yeah. I did 6 audios. I believe 2 videos or so. Yo, I don't know where the songs are. I wish I could get them, but either way, it is what it is. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, today on our discussion on this podcast, we are discussing this. If you died today, would you want your mom, your dad, your spouse, or your kids to have the passcode or the password to your phone? If you died today, would you want your mom, your dad, your spouse, or your kids, or your siblings to have the passcode or password to your phone? Or are there things in your DMs and such history that you need to take to the grave? Today we're talking about digital inheritance and why your private life might not stay private after you are gone. Welcome to the conversation. Mmesikia? Today we're talking about digital inheritance, manze. Ukidedi, where does your account go to? Hizo vitu umepost hapo, your DMs, your private search, anything that you've done with your phone pale on the digital platforms. Where does all that data go to? So today we are having that conversation. You guys, we are here. They call me VDJ Kevo Pondis, aka Ulebo Duftozidu. So today we're talking about digital inheritance and why your private life might not stay private after you're gone. Hello, are you ready for this? To keep episode dynamic, you guys, leo tunapiga hii episode vi creative sana. Najua we've seen people die, we've seen celebrities die, we've seen our relatives die, and they had they had a phone, they were on socials, walikuwa pale TikTok comonging the dances pale, walikuwa WhatsApp talking to their peeps hapo kule, wengine wanatumiana pale nudes. You guys, in case you don't know what nudes are, they're nudes. I was just twisting the number. Yo, so people out here do things with their phone, and whatever they do with their phone is mostly private. But today we're having the conversation. What happens to that data when you are gone? We'll be looking at the right to privacy versus the right to know. Does a person's right to privacy end when their heart stops? If a grieving parent or spouse is looking for answer, closure, or just cherished photos, do they have a right to demand access from tech giants? Or is that a violation of the deceased final boundaries? We'll be looking at the secret lives we lead. Acknowledge the elephant in the room. Most people present a curated version of themselves to their families. Group chats and deleted drafts, financial transactions, and private conversations reveal who we actually are. Is it fair to let a family's memory of a loved one be shattered by what's left behind on a hard drive? We'll be looking at the technical and legal nightmare. How difficult it is actually right now. Tech companies like Apple, Google have legacy contracts. But most people haven't set them up. Mention the legal battles where grieving families have sued tech companies just to get access to the deceased child's iCloud photos. You guys, leo tutakuwa na an amazing conversation right here. Tutauliza the passcode question. If you knew you were going to die today or tonight, will you delete your apps first? Those data that are in your phone? Or are you comfortable with your family seeing everything? So, we'll be asking the hard question. Should the next of kin automatically get access to your phone and social media when you die? We'll be looking at the call to action. You guys, are you ready for this? Yo, most of us have secrets that are in our phone because we're living in a society where it's a tech era, it's a social media era. We do everything with our phones. We do work with our phones. We chat with our phones. Our phones are our offices. And there's a lot of things we do with our phones. So are you comfortable when you die? Unajua saizi tu kingia mtaro yako yote you've died. Are you comfortable with that data being made public to the people you've left behind? What happens to that data? Is there a law that protects your privacy when you die? You guy, we've never actually had this conversation here. Let me remember, it will get serious. You know, I'm imagining whatever we do with our phones, then ni dede alafu my loved one, a part of the conversations there. For me, I'm one of those advocates of your phone should be your phone. It should be a private gadget. Even your spouse is not supposed to know what you do with your phone unless maybe, I don't know. But will you allow your spouse to get access to all those data in your phone after my daddy? Our phones hide a lot of things. They hide hidden chats, they hide hidden pictures, they hide conversations, they hide relationships. Unajua, we are living again in an era where we fake everything. We fake life. We fake everything, manze. Saizi kidogo. Someone is trying to call us producer. I don't know ni nani. Yeah, you can confirm on the phone. Yo, we'll be looking at that, manze. So, the question ya leo tumeuliza. Now, I'll repeat the question. Allow me to repeat the question. If you died today, would you want your mom, your dad, your spouse, your siblings, or your kids to have the password to your phone? Or are there things in your DM and such history that you need to take to the grave? And that's what drives today's conversation. We're talking about digital inheritance. What happens when you died? I have friends who've died, obviously. And I had a very famous friend who died, Brian Chira. I'm wondering because account yake, the last time I checked, it was still on TikTok. What happens to that data? Should we have a law whereby if a person dies, we go to court and tell the, whatever platform it is, TikTok, Facebook, IG, Telegram, or whatever platform, we go to court and petition for them to delete your data from their clouds or their storage? What should be done, you guys? So today, before I get there, someone is trying to call us, manze, na haini bambi sana. If you're the person trying to call me, manze, unani mess videdly. Because if a person tries to call, kuna hii sauti. Kuna kasauti flani kanatokaga hapo kwa simu. So, don't call today. Sindio? Today tutauliza the questions. We'll be actually looking at the right to privacy versus the right to know. Does the person's right to privacy end when their heart stops or when they die? Literally the same thing, you guys. Because I feel like most of us that live, we present a curated version of ourselves to family, to friends. We'll be looking at the technical and legal nightmare. You guys, if you knew you're going to die today or tonight, will you delete your apps? Or are you comfortable with your family seeing everything? Personally, ni vile tu death inakuanga uncertain. Personally, as Kevo, if I knew I was dying, let me say, if I knew I was dying today, I would delete fucking like 80% of things in my phone, contacts, chats, conversation, pictures. I will delete all of them. I will delete my social media, pale manze accounts. I will delete everything. But ni vile tu msiajuangia na daddy. And when you die, we left a lot of things behind. We left a lot of unanswered questions behind. You guys, so today I want 10 reasons why your digital inheritance or why your digital data shouldn't be left to anyone. Your digital legacy should strictly go to the grave with you. So today I'm looking at 10 reasons, 10 compelling reasons. Kwanza, let me add that word hapo ndio muone vile ni serious you guys. 10 compelling reasons why a person's digital legacy should strictly go to the grave with them rather than being handed over to family or friends. Number 1, I want us to look at the right to absolute privacy doesn't expire. The right to absolute privacy doesn't expire. A person's innermost thoughts, private struggles, and personal conversations don't suddenly become public or don't become public domain just because their heart stops beating. Final privacy is the ultimate form of personal dignity. So the right to absolute privacy doesn't expire. Number 2, let's look at guarding the privacy of the living. Guarding the privacy of the living. Your digital data isn't just about you. Your DMs, emails, and text threads contain the deep, vulnerable secrets of your living friends, family, and colleagues who trusted you. And only you. With that information, leaving your accounts to someone else's exposes other people's secrets without their consent. For example, if nilikuwa na bisha na niopenia up pale kwenye DMs au ananiambia their personal struggles, whatever is going on with their life, na mini openia up, and the conversation was just between me and that person. If this data gets left behind to maybe a kin or family, my conversation with that person who trusted me at their most vulnerable times, they trusted me with their secret, they trusted me with their cries, they trusted me with their everything. Pia their secrets comes out. Ebu imagine mtu amekuja amekwambia, oh, maybe I have HIV, I'll be dying soon, or maybe you know, those very intimate, personal, vulnerable conversations that you have with a friend that you trust. Then someone else gets access to that conversation. That doesn't leave your account. It doesn't just expose your own life or secrets to the person. It exposes the other person's secret without their consent. And they might be alive. Na maybe alikuambia something personal, ajaiambia mtu, they trusted you as a friend. Now that you've died, ushaingia mtaro you guy, tumekuzika, and someone else has your phone and they inherited your digital data, alafu wapate that conversation. That will be exposing the other person's private lives without their consent. Number 3, we're looking at something called preserving your true legacy. People are complex and we all vent. We all make mistakes. We all go through those dark phases in private. Allowing someone to sift through years of raw and edited digital history risks defining your entire life by a few out of context messages or a bad week, completely overshadowing decades of good memories. You know, we are complex as human beings. You know, we vent everything to someone. For example, me, I have a friend I can vent anything to. If maybe I commongered last night, I'll tell those person, or that particular person. They're not me. If I had a bad day, I'll tell that particular person. You know, things, we are complex beings. Allowing someone to sift through years of raw and edited digital history risks defining your entire life by a few out of context messages or a bad week, completely overshadowing decades of good memories. Number 4, protecting grieving family members from unnecessary pain. These are compelling reasons why your digital data should die with you. Ignorance can be a mercy. A grieving spouse or a child searching through your data might stumble upon things that cause immense permanent emotional trauma, such as old arguments, vent sessions about family drama, or private health struggles you intentionally chose to spare them from while alive. Are we together? You know, it is so important that your data dies with you. Number 5, group chats are modern day confessionals. From close friends to work cliques, group chats are where people unleash raw thoughts, dark humor, and unfiltered opinions. Handing those archives over to a family member is a recipe for massive friction and awkwardness among the people you leave behind. I don't need to explain that. Number 6, we're looking at the context is permanently lost. The context is permanently lost. Text messages lack intonation, lack tone, they lack facial expressions, and they lack immediate context. A sarcastic joke, an exaggeration made during an angry moment, or a misunderstood thread from 5 years ago can be completely misinterpreted by someone reading it today, causing pain over a situation that was resolved long ago. When you die, the context of whatever is in your phone is permanently lost. You know, text messages lack tone. Naweza kuwa nilikwambia kitu mse. That's why I tell people, be careful with text messages because they lack intonation. So I'll read the text in whatever tone I want. Umenipata? Labda ulikuwa unasema kitu nicely, but vile mimi nitaisoma, it will completely have a different meaning. Umenipata? So they lack facial expressions. They lack immediate context. A sarcastic joke, an exaggeration made during an angry moment, or a misunderstood thread from 5 years ago can be completely misinterpreted by someone reading it today, causing pain over a situation that was resolved long ago. Ni sawa? Number 7, it creates a nightmare of family drama. If you leave your digital assets to one person, like spouse, other family members like parents or siblings might demand to see photos or messages. Deciding who gets to read what can spark massive bitter arguments among grieving relatives during an already fragile time. Number 8, we're looking at financial and security risks. Handing over master passwords or access to primary email accounts opens up a massive security risk. If a digital heir isn't tech savvy, they should easily fall victim to phishing scams, accidentally exposing sensitive family data, banking details, or identity credentials to hackers. Menipata? Let me repeat that because I feel this is very important. There's something we call financial and security risks. Handing over master passwords or access to primary email accounts opens up a massive security risk. If a digital heir isn't tech savvy, they could easily fall victim to phishing scams, accidentally exposing sensitive family data, banking details, or identity credentials to hackers. Umenipata? Number 9, we're looking at the digital right to be forgotten. There's a peace in closure. Just as older generations left behind only a few photo albums and paper letters, there's a strong psychological argument that our massive bloated digital footprints, every random search query, deleted tweets, and casual comment should simply dissolve when we do. Sasa. Number 10, the burden of digital hoarding. Leaving thousands of gigabytes of cloud storage, unorganized photos, and chaotic email inboxes forces a massive logistical burden onto your loved ones. Instead of remembering you, they spend hours, weeks, or months feeling obligated to sort through a digital mountain of digital clutter. You guys, the conversation today, kama sijawahi kujenga, today na kujenga yangu yote. When you die, I feel like that digital, everything that you've left, your digital legacy should die with you. Your passwords, your photos, everything should die with you. And there's something that I want to look at. I believe that we should have a law. Ukidedi. Sorry for that, I was looking at something. I believe there should be a law. If I die today, everything yangu digitally iresiwe. Sometimes I feel like families would want to look at my photos, my videos, at least to keep the memories alive. But I believe, this is what I believe personally, some private data. And again, I know that will bring a question to what is private, or what makes a thing private, or who decides what is private or not. I believe things like photos, the ones I've posted on my socials, because I intended them to be public, should remain public. But my DMs, which are private, I believe should be deleted. Manze, we need to have a law, or anything that was private. The photos, the videos I've posted publicly, I wanted them to be public. So when I die, anything that I didn't expose publicly, my WhatsApp text messages, my call logs, my private videos, my private, anything that in my phone was private, or in my digital space was private, should die with me. There are some, my producer has given me something that I believe we should be looking at kidogo too. My producer has given me powerful arguments for why your digital inheritance should be left to your family. Let me just read this. This is according to my producer. The death of the physical photo album is what my producer is calling sentimental erasure. Historically, when a loved one passes away, the family inherited shoebox full of Polaroids, handwritten letters, and home videos. Today, those exact items are locked behind facial recognition, cloud servers, and 6-digit passwords. So my producer is arguing, locking your family out of your digital life doesn't protect your privacy. It erases your history. Taking your passcode to the grave means permanently deleting your children's childhood photos, family vacation videos, and the sound of your voice for future generations. That is why I said earlier, if the pictures I shared on my socials, the ones I intended public should remain public, but there are those private ones, the DMs and stuff, that I believe should go with you to the grave. My producer again is arguing, guarding against financial blind spots and hidden wealth. A massive portion of modern wealth exists purely on screens, online banking, investments app, digital storefronts, and cryptocurrency wallets. If a family cannot access these accounts, that wealth simply vanishes into the pockets of tech corporations or stay frozen on the blockchain forever. My producer is arguing, leaving your digital inheritance behind is a matter of basic family survival and security. If the breadwinner passes away unexpectedly, a family could lose access to the funds needed to pay for mortgage, settle debts, or fund a child's education, all because they were locked out of an email account or a banking app. Number 3, these are my counter arguments from my producer. The grief nightmare. Big techs as the gatekeepers of a legacy. When someone dies without leaving digital access, grieving families often have to spend thousands of dollars on lawyers, go to court and sue companies like Apple or Google just to get access to a deceased spouse or child's digital files. My producer is arguing, why should massive tech corporations have more rights to your life's work and memories than the people who loved you? Refusing to set up a digital inheritance forces your already broken, grieving family to fight a cold bureaucratic legal war against Silicon Valley just to get closure. Number 4, preventing identity theft after death. Dead people are prime targets to cyber criminals. Inactive social media accounts, open email inboxes, and unmonitored subscription profiles can be hacked, cloned, or used to perpetrate identity fraud and financial scams against your living relatives. My producer is telling me leaving your digital keys to a trusted executor is a defensive security measure. Your family needs access to your digital footprint, not to snoop, but to formally shut down accounts, cancel recurring payments, and protect your name and credit from being exploited by hackers after you're gone. I agree with that. That's why I said if there is a person you can trust with your passwords, maybe for people who are married, for best friends. I see best friends who know passwords to their best friends' phones, details. That one is good. If you know someone that you can trust when maybe something happens to you, that is perfectly. You can leave them with all the passwords, or let them know things about you. Manze, and people who have hidden wealth, manze, ukona some investment you may hide from the family, tell someone, tell a friend, tell to a lawyer, tell someone that hey, niaje, when I die, niko na these and these hidden properties, my wife doesn't know, my kids don't know. Yo, if I die today, manze, cheza kiwewe, wagawanyie these and these. Number 5, my producer is arguing managing intellectual property and creative legacy. For content creators, writers, programmers, and entrepreneurs, a digital footprint contains unfinished scripts, voice notes, business blueprints, or codes that has real future value. My producer is arguing your digital footprint isn't just a collection of casual text messages, it is your life's work. Passing on your digital estate allows your family to carry your torch, publish your unfinished projects, or maintain an online business that can provide continuous royalty income for your family long after you've gone. Are we together? So let's look at the flip side. If you take your password to the grave, you're not just taking your secrets with you, you're taking the family history, the bank accounts, and the memories with you too. Is keeping a few DMs hidden really worth locking your kids out of their own childhood photos? You'll answer that to me. But my take home today, I still argue that whatever I intended to stay private, my private DMs, my private videos, my private photos stay private. But whatever I'd posted publicly on my socials can stay public. If I had a YouTube channel, nimepost whatever, that stays there. Sasawa. And I've said this and I repeat, if there's a friend that you trust, kuna ubeshte tu flani, you trust, again, you can leave that to them. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, my take home for this, we curate our lives for a reason. Your phone isn't a diary you wrote to be read after you're gone. It's a mirror of your real-time brain. And honestly, nobody's brain is pretty 100% of the time. We make mistakes. Kuna things that hata we mwenyewe you intend them to be private. Kuna secrets zako mwenyewe you want them to die with you to your grave. So where's the balance? I'll get a digital analyst manze hapa. I'll try and get a lawyer, to discuss this story manze. How important is it? But I still believe if there are those things I never made public, let them stay private. Those personal DMs, those private ones, let them stay as private as they get. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, kama dawa. Today the conversation imekuwa serious, deadly. If you are here, they call me VDJ Kevo Pondis. Manze sitaki ku spoil the thing, but I want you to ask yourself, if you died today, would you want your mom, your dad, your spouse, your siblings to get passwords to your phone, to get access to those hidden DMs. Will you want that? Let me know, you guys, ladies and gentlemen. We are out and about. This is season 6 episode tuko episode gapi now? Tuko episode 8, I believe. Yeah, episode 8. You guys, we are on. We are here. They call me VDJ Pondis, aka Ulebo Dove Towezidu, aka Ulebo Madako alikuwa against her. Season 6 nime promise inaanza na ubiada. You guys, we are on. We are here. Each and every day we have an amazing episode for you. See you on the next episode, fam. They call me Kevo Pondis. Hello. Check you guys, I need you people to gonga vi serious this year.
Oh my god. Mutapata kijana akoroisamu.
Anasema ni Spotify.
Welcome to Pondis podcast.
Oh my god.
You guys, we are on Spotify and on Audiomack.
My point is, you can't love someone in seconds.
Minta kupiga hug, you guys. We sit, we eat, or wherever we have a good time.
This is Pondis podcast, where we give you nothing but the truth.
Are you looking for a platform to advertise your business or service? As one of the fastest growing podcasts around, we don't just run ads, we spread your gospel. We are looking for brands to grow with us, walk the journey with us, and reach an audience that is actually listening. To advertise your products, business, or services on this platform at an insanely friendly price, call or WhatsApp +254 103 006 263. At Pondis Media, we are committed because you deserve the best.
Let's go. This is your radio. Your station. Your online radio. The new online radio that makes you happy.
Pondis Radio. Hotter than that thing.